You're not a procrastinator. Take that label off of you, that name badge. What you have is something called intention deficit disorder. And it's actually a gap in the habanula where executive function lives. And the good news is that gap can be bridged, and today I'm going to show you how. Well, if this is your first time seeing me, I'm Graniel, and for the past 30 years, I've been a certified mental hygiene mentor, helping you have your brain work for instead of against you. I love what I do. This is actually part 2 because there was a lot of content to give you, so I broke it up, and today I actually even have my notes just in case I get off on that tangent. I call it the tangent crack, where things can sometimes fall through. All right, so let's get back to it. Intention deficit disorder is the inability or the challenge of taking something from intention into actions, right? Or from conception to completion. And that's okay. We're not going to be beating ourselves up over this anymore. Instead, we'll be putting processes into place that are going to help you get from finish to start, because sometimes we got to take it backwards. Okay, here I go in the gaps. I mentioned this is a place in the habanula where this takes place, executive function, and there's the gap there. And the good news is, like I said, the habanula can be trained. The neuroplasticity of the mind is very strong here. It wants to give you what you want, not what you don't. So we're going to start focusing on how that looks. Last week I talked about using positive language, putting things into cubbies, and making your home a sanctuary. This week I'm going to talk about the 3 Ds, right? So I want you to be focusing on your desire, and to be focusing on delegation, what that looks like, give you some good tips there. And then lastly, putting things into doable actions. Okay, so here we go. Procrastinating and poor planning go hand in hand, but they don't have to be a bad thing when you are aware of them. So use them as signposts, ways that allow you to be aware that, oh, I'm not doing what I want to be doing, or I'm off in the bushes, or I've gone off on a tangent. Okay, so let's get back to those 3 things, beginning with desire. Desire is also known as what's your why. So when you define why you want to do something, so start, right? Here's the beginning of it, the intention. You want to do something. Why do you want to do it? That's really important. And then use your imagination. This is where neuroplasticity is awesome. Imagine your desire as done, as completed. Feel the journey, feel the completion, see the rewards. Allow yourself the emotions of what it's as done. What does that look like? Okay, so that's creating the journey in the imagination, and that's what desire does. So we're going to take that desire from conception to completion in your mind, and we're going to celebrate the journey all along. Next, delegation. Now, I have something called the 3 Ds that I've done workshops on and all kinds of things before, because I want to say it's this simple. So write these down. Take the time to think about these 3 things for almost every action that you do, and it will save you so much time. You won't end up procrastinating. You won't end up not getting things done or not planning things well. Okay, so the delegation is either do it, delegate it, or dump it. So when something on your list is in your wheelhouse, do it. Make time for it. Put it in the cubby. Schedule it in your planner. And then these are things, when it's time to do them, you like doing this. So for example, I don't like numbers. That's an understatement. Numbers are challenging for me. Yet I know people who love spreadsheets, who love numbers and formulas and all of that light them up. So I will always delegate to those people those types of tasks, and then in return I'll do things for them that they don't enjoy, be it writing or being their biggest cheerleader, whatever that might look like, right? We're sharing talents and skills. So when you allow somebody to do what they enjoy that's not in your wheelhouse, and vice versa, together you create an enjoyable life that flows. Okay, so you want to do those things that you love, and then the next thing is to delegate those things that you don't. There's nothing wrong. You're not asking for help. You're sharing resources. Get that out of your head. You are not asking for help. You are sharing resources. And then the third is to dump it. There are so many things on our plate that are none of our business. They're other people's dramas. They're problems that we want to fix for other people. There's so many things that are not needing to be done. Take a breath and release those things. You don't owe anybody anything. You don't owe anybody anything. And I don't mean that to sound insensitive. I mean it to sound like self-love, because that's what it is. And talked about this before, that's when you say, thanks for thinking of me, but, right? So you're going to do it because you love it. You're going to delegate it if you don't. And you're going to dump it if it's just not serving your purpose, taking you from intention, right, to completion. Yay. Okay, moving on. Bonus time, bonus tip. Time with me. Yay. I want to show you, so we did last week and then we did this week, and I'd love to show you how to craft all of those tips into what looks best for you, because jumping on all of this all at once will be overwhelming. Then we'll be back at ground zero. Spend time with me. We'll craft your plan, what these first steps look like, so that you start to see improvement, so that you're training the Havanula, that you enjoy the things that help finish what you start. And you're celebrating all along, right? There's an app I use called Finch, like the bird, and I put all my tasks in there that I feel I might be a little bit challenged by, either because of time or it's a new task or whatever it might be. And then I win these I earn these rainbow stones to buy things for my birdhouse and clothes for my bird to wear. It's so fun. Okay, here we go on the tangent again. So back to the facts. In review, rewatch last week's video and take notes. Okay, that's really important. And then make a plan based on those things talked about last week. Combine those things with desire, delegation, and doable actions today. So those doable actions fall into making time for them, putting them in your app or in your planner, whatever that looks like, and getting those mini rewards along the way, those celebrations. I can't emphasize the celebration enough. Schedule time in to have things that feel like a win. Okay, I know that was a lot. Take time to chat with me. And I can't emphasize it enough how much I'm enjoying being on this journey with you. And to remember, until I see you again, stay happy, healthy, harmonious, and a smile on your face and a song in your heart. Okay, bye for now.